ECAT's production of OA Winter Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better, the Easton Lions Club, Morris Insurance, Michael Associates Ltd., Doug King Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for supporting OA Sports.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the second league meet of the season for the All of Ames High School swim and dive team. I'm Kevin Carr, back with you again to call the action from the booth here today at the Massasoit Community College pool. Today OA goes up against Davenport rival Foxborough in an important matchup for both teams. First, let's talk about the visitors. Both the Foxborough boys and girls teams won their league meet last week against King Philip to notch an important early season dub. While the boys won a non-league meet against Durfee earlier this week, the girls were not able to come away with that victory, so that sets the stage for us today. As for OA, last week the Tigers tangled with a talented Franklin squad right here at the Massasoit pool. Despite some impressive showings, both the girls and boys teams started off the season 0-1 in league competition. How do both Tiger teams respond today? I'm looking forward to finding out. The girls team includes senior captains Addison McDonough, Mackenzie Merrill, and Angie Shirigo, joined by fellow seniors Colleen Cummings, Summer Silverman, Kat Shine, Victoria Taylor, and Stella Zakos. Juniors Ashley Powers, Nice Betts, Kaylee Flynn, Anna Dos Santos, Eden Kluwer, and Annalise Alicia Arroyo. Sophomores Leah Ovora, Olivia McGee, Hannah Lee, Bridget Carr, Sia Paputzis, Abigail Lantigua. And freshmen Ava Labrie, Alexis Merrill, Rosalie Sedita, and Caitlin Kiff. The boys' team includes captains Pucci Lau, sophomores Aiden McDonough, Dylan Jackson, Justin Silverman, and Eddie Bishop, a new member of the squad. Freshmen Eduardo Fernandez, Alex Gao, Dev Paul, Daniel Malik. OA Swim and Dive would not be possible without the support of All of Ames High School, athlete, parents, and families, and our amazing sponsors, each who graciously contribute to the team in unique ways. Heartfelt and sincere thanks to the Lions Club, Trinity Family Medicine, Bank of Easton, Convenient MD, University Orthopedics, Maplewood, Halverson Orthodontics, Morse Insurance, Paquin & Company, Easton Country Club, Northeastern Savings Bank, Royal Treatment Travel, Be Inspired Counseling, Dana Barros, Policino Plumbing, Flynn's Family Farm, The Pool Place, Vitality IV Hydration, Silco Volkswagen and the Silco Auto Group, Bloom Aesthetic and Wellness, and Party Hardy Rentals. So similar to last week's meet, what we do it's going to be girls going first, then boys. Our first event's going to be the 200-yard medley relay. So 4x50, that's back, breast, fly, and free. The 200 free, the 200 individual medley, 500 free. Then if we have any divers, which I do not believe we have today, we would go into that. Otherwise, we'll be taking about a 5 or 10 minute break. We'll get into the 100 fly, 100 free, 500 yard free, 200 free relay, 100 back, 100 breast, and then we'll wrap things up with a 400 free relay, which last week provided some great drama right at the end of the OA Franklin meet. Looking forward to a great meet here today. From the teams, we're going to be starting off, as we talked about, girls 200-yard medley relay. And you see here the teams are gearing and psyching themselves up for the meet. And Foxborough looks like they're assembling on the other end of the pool. They're getting ready to probably do their cheer. But for our first event here today, we have the girls 200-yard medley relay. Lane 4, we're going to have Nice Betts, Ashley Powers, Bridget Carr, and Hannah Lee. Lane 2, Sia Paputzis, Eden Kluwer, Mackenzie Merrill, and Leah Avora. Lane 6, Anna Dos Santos, Summer Silverman, Olivia McGee, and Rosie Sedita. We have a pretty good crowd here for today's meet. And this will be, at least for OA, our next scheduled meet will be an away meet at the beginning of January, with the winter break coming up next week and the holiday season. OA will be practicing, but will not be having any meets on that schedule. All right. We're about ready to kick this thing off. Go Tigers. Let's get the dub. I don't have a heat sheet from Foxborough for the girls. It looks like they have one team in lane 3 that Foxborough is putting forward. While we're waiting, I had a chance to connect with a lot of the swimmers for OA yesterday at Pasta Dinner. They were in really good straits. They had a good practice. They were really relaxed coming into this meet. So I hope that carries over for them as they kick us off here in the pool. Getting some direction from the official. And the swimmers are getting ready to kick us off. Okay, and we're off. Got OA in Foxborough, lane 4. For OA, we got Foxborough taking a slight lead here. And OA grinding in lanes 2 and 6. Foxborough looking strong going in lane 3. Let's see if Ashley Powers can make up some of the difference for OA here. And Ashley is doing just that. She's catching up to the Foxborough swimmer. They're neck and neck here, right at that 25-yard mark. Let's see what Ashley can do here. We've also got some great showings in lane 2 and lane 6 from Eden Kluwer and Summer Silverman. Ashley's opened up a good lead for Bridget Carr here. And Foxborough now is in the water as well. And Bridget's trying to hold on to that lead. This is going to set up a great race here for the final 50 between Hannah Lee and the Foxborough swimmer. Tight race, tight margins here. Hannah Lee is in the water, Foxborough's in the water. Let's see what happens. We're also getting some great swimming from Mackenzie Merrill in lane 2 and Olivia McGee in lane 6. Hannah Lee has got a slight lead. We're going to try to kick this thing off with a dub for OA. It's going to be tight down the stretch. Hannah Lee's going to really have to push it. She's grinding hard. Can she hold off? The crowd is going crazy here, folks. Let's see what happens. I think Hannah Lee's got the dub. Yes. Way to go, Hannah. Way to go, girls. Way to take that dub. Nice run there by Foxborough in lane 3. That was tight all the way down. We got strong finishing here in lane 2 from Leah Avora and Rosie Sedita. She's grinding hard in lane 6. Way to go, ladies. Way to represent for OA. OA's going to take 1, 3, 4 in this heat. Way to start us off. Just a great way to kick off this meet, folks. All right, we're going to Go on the flip side here with the boys. We've got one relay team in the boys 200-yard medley relay. Kicking us off will be Aiden McDonough, then Alex Gow, then Justin Silverman, and wrapping up with Dylan Jackson in that anchor spot. Foxborough's putting out one team, so it's 1v1. And let's see how the boys do here. The boys were really coming off an impressive showing against Franklin last week. I know they didn't get the dub, but they had a lot of first-time swimmers. Let's see if they can build off some momentum here. But boy, the girls really kicked us off with a little bit of drama, a little bit of spice right out of the get-go, so that was great to see. And we're off. Okay, Aiden's keeping a pretty good pace. The Foxborough swimmer does have a slight lead. He's expanding into touch. But as we just saw here, there's a lot of back and forth here. Anything in the relay, it's all about that team effort. Foxborough's opened up a pretty good sized lead here, but Aiden's keeping it close enough. And right out of the get-go, we're going to have the Foxborough swimmer in lane 2. He's in the water. And Alex Gow waiting patiently for Aiden to come in. Aiden's kept it at a great race for his leg, and now we need Alex to make up some time. And Foxborough's still got a pretty good lead. Alex has made some strides here. Got about, I'd say about a third of a pool length here. So Oway's going to really need Justin Silverman to turn on the afterburners here. And Justin's in the pool. Foxborough's got a really good swimmer here for fly, but Justin's making up some really good ground, or water rather. He's eating up this pool. Let's see if he can close the gap a little bit here for Dylan. Dylan was really going to have to grind pretty hard. Foxborough's really put out a really good showing here. Dylan's in the pool. And Foxborough is swimming very strongly. They are going to take the dub here. Oway's going to cruise to the silver. But Dylan's really grinding hard. Good showing here from the boys. And what will be interesting to me post-race, see how they do for times. Did the relay drop some time? Did they maybe grab a PR here on any of the individual or team aspects here? So great start for the meet for the boys, but kudos as well to Foxborough to get that first race under their belts. So we're going to move next to the girls' 200-yard freestyle individual. Always putting forward 3 swimmers. We're going to have Ashley Powers in lane 4, Mackenzie Merrill in lane 2, senior captain, and Alexis Merrill, freshman, in lane 6. We'll see what Foxborough is going to put forward. At this point, I see one swimmer, looks like in lane 3. I think OA generally has a little bit of a size advantage in terms of team size, but all the results will be based here in the pool. Now, Ashley just swam in the girls' 200-yard medley, as did Mackenzie. So we'll see. These races are back-to-back. Let's see how they do with this. And we're off. Tight grouping here, folks, to kick us off. Ashley Powers has got a slight lead over the Foxborough swimmer, but Mackenzie Merrill is right there, and Alexis Merrill as well. So good showing here from all the girls. And Ashley's got maybe a body length lead here going into after the first 50, so a quarter of the way done. Let's see what her strategy is here. And Mackenzie Merrill in lane 2, senior captain, she's grinding here in lane 2 to hold on to that bronze place finish, hopefully. But Alexis Merrill is catching up to her in lane 6, so we'll see how they do. Ashley still maintaining good pace. And Ashley's made her turn. Foxborough still, though, right in the hunt. And Mackenzie and Alexis Merrill both grinding hard to see who's going to potentially get that third place finish, unless we get a big move here towards the end. And Ashley now has opened up a fairly significant lead here as she's trying to close this thing out for OA. This is Ashley's third year on the team. She's also a lifeguard. She swims with a few of the other folks here on Taunton Tiger Sharks, and she runs cross country and is a member of the National Honor Society. So she stays busy when she's not in the pool, folks. And she is got a fairly good-sized lead here. Ashley Powers is going to take the dub, eating up that pool. And she times out. Owa's got first. Foxborough's going to come in second. And Mackenzie and Alexis both grind in here for third. Great form. I said it last week, the conditioning of these athletes, many times, you know, certainly pools, swimming's one of those sports where you really got to be in the pool quite a bit. And just in the first meets, they've just had really good conditioning, really good form. So kudos to the coaching staff for getting them prepared for these meets. And you see Mackenzie Merrill does take that bronze place, and Alexis is going to take fourth. Way to go, ladies. Way to go, Foxborough as well. All right, over to the boys' side. Boys 200-yard freestyle individual, Justin Silverman, lane 4, Dev Paul in lane 2. So always putting forward 2 swimmers. And it looks like Foxborough's got 2, so we got a 2-on-2 here. We'll see how we start off. And as I said on the top intro here, Foxborough looked like boys teams have won both of the meets they're in, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out here today with us. And we're off. We've got a pretty tight grouping here between Justin and the Foxborough swimmer, lanes 4 and 5, but also lane 3 and Dev Paul for OA in lane 2. Foxborough swimmer in lane 5 has opened up a little bit of a lead on Justin. Let's see what his strategy is. First 50 down. Again, same thing for Justin that I just mentioned for Ashley, having just swam in the 200-yard relay, kind of almost back-to-back here. So it's a real feat of endurance when you're going back-to-back like that. Or inversely, if you have to wait in between for quite a while, it can be a challenge. A lot of strategy involved, and these coaches are helping the swimmers navigate that. So Foxborough's got about 2 body lengths in front. Justin's trying to make up that ground. Foxborough also in that third place position in lane 3. Dev Paul swimming hard in lane 2. And let's see what happens here in this last 50. And Foxborough's made their turn for the last 25. Let's see how they do. Justin's in a comfortable second place spot, and Franklin is going to take this dub for them. Congratulations. Oh, pardon me, Foxborough. I got Franklin on the brain, folks. So Franklin was here last week, so Foxborough. Justin Silverman, OA, taking that second place finish. Congrats, Justin. And Foxborough going to take third place in lane 3. Deb Paul grinding hard out there in lane 2 for this 200. Dev's a first-year swimmer for OA on the boys team. He's part of a pretty large group of freshman swimmers, so that's always great to see. And finishing up strong. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to both teams. We're going to move now to the girls' 200-yard medley. Always putting forward 3 swimmers. Bridget Carr, lane 4. Angie Shirigo, lane 2. Oh, pardon me, 2 swimmers. So, no. Let's try that again. Bridget Carr, lane 4. Angie Shirigo, lane 2. And Leah Avora in lane 6. Looks like Foxborough is going to put forward 1 swimmer in lane 3. As the gentlemen take their cool down lap. We'll be kicking this off momentarily. So far, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag for both teams. Competitive meet definitely throughout so far in this initial goings. We're just waiting on the officials to coordinate a few things. And they seem to be lining up, and we should be getting going momentarily. So this is an interesting race. All 4 strokes we're going to see here by the individual swimmers. And we're off. Starting off on fly, Bridget Carr is right behind the Foxborough swimmer, and Angie Shirigo right on Bridget's heels, as well as Leah. She's right there as well. The Foxborough swimmer has opened up a little bit of a lead on Bridget. Bridget and Angie almost in unison, and Leah's right there as well. But because this is all different strokes, you know, maybe something that maybe you're really good at one stroke, and when that comes up, you're able to make up some time, make up some ground. So we'll see if Bridget or Angie can catch up to the Foxborough swimmer. Bridget's a second-year swimmer for Oliver Ames. She also swims for Taunton Tiger Sharks and is in the OA marching band. I know she keeps very busy because I'm her dad. Angie Shirigo is a 4th-year swimmer for OA. She's also stays very busy. She's a captain, a lifeguard, and is on the marching band and jazz bands. Okay, so we've got Bridget's made her turn into breaststroke, so has Angie, and Foxborough has extended their lead. And let's see how the swimmers can do here. Leah's still grinding really hard in lane 6. And I think a big part here is, you know, you have to be a technical swimmer to do all 4 of these strokes to be in this event. Leah's really pushing hard as well. This is her second year on OA. We have a lot of girls on this team this is for sophomore second year or juniors for third year, so it's great to see that continuity. Foxborough is out to a very significant lead here in lane 3. They are likely to take the dub. Bridget's made that turn in lane 4. Looks like she might come in second unless Angie's got anything to say about that. And they're both swimming hard. Foxborough has made that turn. They're going to comfortably cruise to the dub. Congratulations. And Bridget's made her flip. Angie's right there as well. She's going to make her flip momentarily. And again, not just placing here, it's also about time. What's the times? How do they compare to last week? How do they compare against your PR? So it's a multi-pronged race here. So Bridget comes in that silver pole position. Congratulations, Bridget. Angie's grinding hard for that third place for OA, picking up some points. Congratulations, Angie. And Leah grinding hard to finish out strong. Always difficult to be able to do all 4 of these strokes. And she's getting tons of encouragement from her teammates, which is always the thing I love to see most. These student athletes work so hard. You see Angie and Bridget also cheering on Leah. Way to go, ladies. Great job by the Foxborough swimmer in lane 3. Okay, flip side. Boys 200-yard individual medley. Always going to put forward 2 swimmers. Lane 4, Alex Gow. Lane 2, Aiden McDonough. Foxborough has 2 swimmers on the water, so it's a 2-on-2 matchup here. Away's going to be looking to try to get some points. And again, so far, it's a pretty even match. And we're going to get kicked off here in just a moment. And we're off. The Foxborough swimmer in lane 3 is out to a pretty good initial jump, really good in the fly. Alex Gow is swimming really hard with the Foxborough swimmer in lane 5. And Aiden McDonough grinding hard in lane 2. He's right there with them, so we're going to have to see how this pans out. And Foxborough's transition to the backstroke on both things. Alex is right there with the second Foxborough swimmer, so let's see if he can make up some ground here on one of these other strokes. Foxborough swimmer in lane 3 has got a pretty good lead. But Aiden McDonough grinding hard there in lane 2. So, you know, let's see if he can keep it close and maybe OA can try to get into that 2-3 spot or maybe even higher depending on how it goes with that Foxborough swimmer in lane 3. And Alex and the Foxborough swimmer are having a pretty epic battle here back and forth. Foxborough's slightly ahead, so let's see what happens here when we get to the breaststroke. Aiden's grinding hard here to keep up with the pace. Again, Alex is a first-year swimmer for OA, brand new to the team this year. Aiden has been on the team for 2 years, also runs cross-country. So Foxborough in lane 3 still has that pretty good lead. Foxborough lane 5 also has a pretty good lead. Alex is going to have to really work hard to try to catch him for that second spot. Aiden grinding hard in lane 2. So Foxborough boys onto that 50 free. And let's see what happens here. In lane 3, he is certainly, for Foxborough, looks like he's comfortably going to take that dub. Lane 5, grinding hard. Alex is grinding, making up some time, eating some pool, but is it going to be enough? Let's see if it comes down the stretch. It's a pretty good chunk of distance to go for a 25. I don't think that's going to happen today. So Foxborough, 1, 2. Alex Gow, 3 for OA. And Aiden McDonough grinding hard for OA. Going to take that 4th spot in lane 2. And both of these boys also swim the 200-yard relay, so maybe a little bit of fatigue here. These 200 yards, almost not necessarily back-to-back, but close enough. Great job, Aiden. Great job, Alex. Excellent job, Foxborough. Love the sportsmanship from Foxborough in lane 3. Okay, we're rolling, folks. We're on to the girls' 50-yard free. Fast race. Lane 2, knee Spets. Lane 4, knee Spets. Lane 2, Eden Kluwer. And lane 6, Summer Silverman for OA. We have got, looks like full house. 3-on-3 is what it looks like to me. So we'll see if that's what we get. We've also got the official talking to the Foxborough coach. So we're going to have to see. We have to see what kind of comes from that. If I get any updates on the scoring, I'll try to keep you informed. And we're getting ready for this 50, and let's see how the girls do here. And rough. Spets out to a slight lead. Eden Kluwer also doing well in lane 2, as is Summer Silverman. So this is a 50. It's going to be a tight group down the stretch, but Spets looks like she is pulling away from the crowd. We've also got Eden Kluwer doing well. Looks like she's going to take that second, and it's a tight race here. Summer Silverman and the Foxborough swimmer in lane 1. I think we did it, folks. 1, 2, 3. Un, dos, tres. Dub, dub, dub for OA. I think that's the score. Wonderful job, ladies. Congratulations as well to Foxborough. Tight race. Tight race. We're going to pivot here to a girls' exhibition heat. We've got 3 swimmers for OA. Lane 4, Stella Zakos. Lane 2, Annalise Alicia Arroyo. And lane 6, Abby Lantigua. Way to go, Tigers. Believe if that does hold, I believe that was the first 1, 2, 3 we've had for today's meet on either side. So I don't see a Foxborough swimmer coming up for today. So this just might be an OA exhibition. Just as a reminder, the exhibitions, as far as I understand, do not count towards the final score. They're just an opportunity for the swimmers to get some meet experience without being part of the scoring. But you may actually, I think we actually are going to get a Foxborough swim. Yes, we are. We're going to get a Foxborough swimmer in lane 1 and 3. So, and I believe we may now have a full house for this exhibition, 3-on-3. And that is what we are going to have. And we're off. So we've got Foxborough in lane 5. We got Foxborough in lane 1. But OA with Stella Zakos in lane 4 and in lane 2 with Annalise Alicia Arroyo grinding hard. But Abby Lantigua in lane 6, swimming hard as well. So this is a 50. We are very likely to get Foxborough in lane 1. Is going to take that dub. Then lane 5, and it's a real race here between Stella and the Foxborough swimmer. I think Stella's got it. She does. Congratulations to her, Annalise, and Abby coming in strong as well. So great job, everybody. What a great practice run for that exhibition. Lots to build on. Congratulations to both teams. We're moving on to the boys' 50-yard free. In lane 4, we have Eduardo Fernandez, and in lane 2, new swimmer Eddie Bishop for OA. Both freshman boys, first year on the team. And let's see, Franklin, I keep saying that, folks, my apologies. Foxborough is got 3 swimmers they're putting forward. So it's a little bit of a disadvantage in numbers for OA. Let's see how they do against Foxborough. And to me, this, I equate a lot of this to track because that's probably what I know the best, but it's somewhat comparable. This is like just a all-out sprint, and love that between Foxborough in lane 3 and OA in lane 4. A little pre-game fist bump. But this is going to be a quick one. Get in, and so much for me is, can you get off that block quick? Can you do the flip turn quick and get back in your form? So let's see what Eduardo in lane 4 and Eddie in lane 2 can do for OA. And we're off. And Eduardo may have a slight advantage on the Foxborough swimmer, but boy, it is neck and neck. We've also got Eddie doing really well in lane 2. Flips, wow, pretty unison. Foxborough swimmer has got a slight advantage, I think, but Eddie is closing the gap. Can we get this photo finished for OA? Eduardo's grinding. He's grinding. Oh, I think he just lost that. It's going to go 1-3 for Foxborough, 2-4 and 5 for, or 2 and, try this again, 1-3-5 for Foxborough, 2 and 4 for OA. That was a great race. Congratulations to Eduardo and Eddie Bishop, and as well as the Foxborough swimmers. Okay, folks, to my knowledge, we're up to the diving portion, and because I do not believe OA has putting forward a diver, I don't believe that Foxborough has as well. We are likely to go on break for a few minutes, so we'll see what the official has to say. And the coaches are gathering over at the table with the officials, trying to see what's going on. I think we have some OA swimmers going out for their warm-up laps in between. Yep, they're getting in the pool now. So we are likely to be on break here, folks. I think it's about a 5 or 10 minute break. So we will come back with the action when it returns, but just some maybe reactions to the races thus far. On the girls' side, I think that 1-2-3 dub, if that held in the 50-yard free, that might be a good opportunity for OA to maybe get a little bit on the points total for Foxborough girls, but pretty neck and neck in terms of first place, second place finishes. They seem to be flip-flopping. And on the boys' side of things, you know, pretty even as well. I think Foxborough's maybe taken a little more of those first place finishes, but always typically been, if they haven't won, they've been in that second place spot. So we'll have to kind of see how things shake out as we get back. And when we get back, we're going to go right into the girls' 100-yard fly. But these swimmers have to stay loose. They're going to need this to keep their energy up. With a couple Foxborough swimmers also doing some light swimming. But if I hear anything, I will pass it along. Okay, folks, we are back. We're going to be going into, as I said before the break, we're going into the girls' 100-yard fly. Lane 4, Ashley Powers. Lane 2, Angie Chirigo. And lane 6, Mackenzie Merrill. Foxborough, this looks like they're putting forward one swimmer in lane 3. Let's see what OA can do here. And we're off. Foxborough is out to a good lead in lane 3. But we've got Ashley Powers with a little bit of a battle with Angie Chirigo, lanes 2 and 4. And Mackenzie Merrill grinding hard as well in lane 6. Foxborough now has opened up a very good lead here at the halfway point. And Angie has pulled a little bit in front of Ashley. That's going to be a good race here down the stretch. And Mackenzie is also right there for finishing up her 50 portion. Foxborough's made the turn. They're going to take the dub on this. Congratulations to them. And Angie and Ashley down the stretch they come. Let's see who finished second for OA. Angie's got a slight lead here, but Ashley is also catching up. It's going to be a photo finish, folks, I think. Let's see here. It is very, very close. Down the stretch they come. I'm looking. I think, oh, Ashley Powers has caught Angie, but it was very, very close. We'll see what the times are. Mackenzie grinding hard in lane 6. OA going to take 2, 3, 4. Congratulations to Foxborough for the win in lane 3. Now we're on to the boys' 100-yard fly. Lane 4, Justin Silverman. Lane 2, Daniel Melick. And Foxborough appears to only, oh, they have 2 swimmers here they're putting forward. So let's see what OA can do. Both teams looking around. They're both looking pretty loose on the sidelines. But we're ready to go with the boys. And we're off. Justin Silverman, lane 4. Looks like he has a lead here, but Franklin in lane 3. Right on his heels. We've also got Daniel Melick and the Foxborough swimmer in lane 5. Pretty close, battling it out for that 3rd place spot, which could be key here in this race, folks. Justin still pacing the crowd. in lane 4, eating up some pool, looking for that dub. 50 down, 50 to go. Let's see what we've got. Daniel and Foxborough grinding lanes 2 and 5. We need that good third place finish. It looks to be that Justin is widening a little bit of a gap here, but he's going in his last 25. Let's see if he can close this thing out for OA. Daniel grinding hard in lane 2. He's going to have to make up some ground against the Foxborough swimmer. Justin has a comfortable lead. He's going to take the dub. Congratulations to him. Foxborough, lane 3 is going to take that second place spot, and it looks like Foxborough, lane 5, going to take that third place spot. Daniel working really hard in lane 2. Congratulations to the boys. And Daniel working hard getting in for OA. We're moving off to the girls 100-yard freestyle. Lane 4, Hannah Lee. Lane 2, Nice Betts. Lane 6, Anna Dos Santos. And full house for Foxborough. So 3-on-3. Let's see how the girls respond here. Just a real competitive meet here, folks, so far. And we're waiting on the official. I think a swimmer for OA. I think Nice Betts. She's coming up to the pool. And we're off, folks. Really tight grouping here. Really tight grouping. I think Hannah Lee, Nice Betts, and the Foxborough swimmer in lane 3 are right there in unison flip turn, but followed very closely behind by the Foxborough swimmer in lane 1. And we've got Anna Dos Santos and the Foxborough swimmer is lane 5 and 6 giving a nice battle. Anna's currently got that lead. As we get into the 50, unison flip turns. I want to say potentially Hannah Lee may have it by a whisker. Debatable. Could be Foxborough. But it's going to be a photo finish here at the end. Let's see if somebody can turn on the jets for OA. We need that afterburner right about now. Foxborough has got a little bit of a lead. She is opening up that lead. Hannah Lee is swimming hard. So is Nice Betts. Let's see how this pans out. I think Foxborough is going to take the dub. And that is certain. We've got second for Hannah, third for Nice. And we're going to take fourth for Foxborough. And Anna Dos Santos for OA in lane 6. Strong showing, going to finish 5th place. And Foxborough running out the card here. 6th place in lane 5. Very competitive race. Quick race for that 100. Really moving along. Congratulations to both teams. We're going to do an exhibition heat here next for girls 100-yard free. Lane 6, Stella Zakos. Lane 2, Annalise Alicia Arroyo. And lane 6, Abby Lantigua. Very, very competitive race. There's not a lot separating these teams, and it will certainly make this back half of the meet very exciting if one team can really pull away. I think my unofficial count, Foxborough may have slight more first place finishes, but OA has generally been in that second and third place spot. So in this exhibition, this is just going to be OA. Let's see what we get. And we're off. Stella Zakos in lane 4 seems to be out in front, followed very closely by Annalise in lane 2. And Abby as well grinding hard lane 6. Stella has a little bit of a lead on Annalise at the halfway point, but we've seen this before, folks. We've seen folks that, you know, these distance races, not necessarily that 100's a distance, but it's 4 times down and back. What's the strategy here for these swimmers as they go? Stella seems to be keeping a pretty steady pace, and she's opened her lead quite a bit. Annalise is swimming hard in lane 2, but Abby is working really hard in lane 6, so we'll see if she's able to catch Annalise for that second place spot. Stella is got a very good lead here in lane 4. She's going to take the dub for OA. And we've got a nice little race brewing here between Annalise and Abby, 2 teammates. Let's see how this finishes out here, folks, for them. Abby swimming hard in lane 6. Annalise swimming hard in lane 2. Let's see what happens down the stretch. It is going to be, I believe that was Annalise in lane 2, and Abby closing that gap in lane 6. Congratulations, ladies. Way to go. We're going to move on to the boys 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2, we have Eduardo Fernandez, and in lane 4, we have Eduardo Fernandez, and in lane 2, we have Dylan Jackson. Foxborough is putting forward 3 swimmers, so OA is going to be a little bit at a disadvantage numbers-wise. Let's see if they can make that up in placing. Again, with these early season meets, I think a key component here is how are their times looking for these races? Are they dropping time? Let's see how the boys can respond here. And we're off. We've got Foxborough swimming really strongly in lane 3. Eduardo swimming strong in lane 4 for OA, but so is Dylan. They're right there for that second place spot. The 2 Foxborough swimmers, though, nipping on their heels. Debatable now whether Dylan is a little bit behind, but it's a close finish. Eduardo's got that second place spot for now. He's going to really have to grind, though, in the second half. Foxborough's got a really good-sized lead in lane 3. It's really anybody's race here, folks, for that second place spot. We need OA to come up strong. Dylan Jackson swimming hard as well. Eduardo Fernandez swimming hard. Foxborough in lane 1 and 5 they have a slight lead on both of the OA boys. Foxborough in lane 3 is going to take the dub here, most likely. Let's see what happens with the boys if they can make this turn. We need a really good showing here. Foxborough lane 1 swimming hard. Foxborough lane 5. OA is behind now in lanes 2 and 4. Eduardo's got a slight lead over Dylan for that 4th place spot. Let's see if we can have any magic here. It is going to be, though, assuredly 1, 2, 3, undo tre for Foxborough. Eduardo's going to finish 4. Dylan finishing very strongly behind him in lane 2 for 5th place. Way to go, boys, on both teams. Celebratory fist bumps all the way around. And now we are up to the real distance part of this meet, the 500. 20 laps on the pool. And as we talked about last week, The timers are the unofficial co-pilot for these swimmers' journeys, giving them the counts and relaying some information to them. So as you watch that, you'll be able to see kind of the direction they're getting from their teammates up on the pool deck. For OA in this 500, lane 4 we have Addison McDonough, the captain. Lane 2 we have Bridget Carr, and lane 6 we have Leah Avora. We've got what appears to be one swimmer for Foxborough. It's a good distance race, and this will stretch any good swimmer, particularly early in the year. This is the longest distance that I see at high school meets for league meets. I believe it's slightly longer than a quarter of a mile for those at home. And it's a real endurance race. We talked about this last week. You go out too hot, you might not have the fuel in the tank at the end. You go out too slow, you might fall too far behind. It's a real strategy game. So let's see what the OA swimmers have as well as the Foxborough swimmer. And we're off. Tight grouping between Foxborough, Addison, and Bridget. 1, 2, and 3. And Leah swimming hard in lane 6. Swimmers are going to settle into their routine. You're not going to see that same speed as you do in the 50 because they got to do it 18 more times after this. Addison has a very slight lead over the Foxborough swimmer. Bridget's within a body length away as well in lane 2 for OA, and Leah swimming hard for OA in lane 6. So as they settle in for the long haul, we've got a little bit of a pull away here between the Foxborough swimmer and Addison in lanes 3 and 4. Bridget's right there as well, though, in lane 2. So, and again, effectually here, I think Addison and the Foxborough swimmer, and with the amount of time left, are pretty neck and neck here. Bridget in lane 2 is still within striking distance, and Leah swimming hard in lane 6. So I think for this race, a lot of it's about settling into your groove, knowing what your strategy is, trying to get to that pace, and knowing kind of where you're at based on the lap counter, so critical. Foxborough has opened up a pretty good sized lead on Addison, but she's right in striking distance, and Bridget's behind Addison almost about the same amount. So a little bit of separation here for Foxborough. Addison still swimming strong in lane 4, and Bridget's swimming very strong in lane 2 as well, and as is Leah, so in lane 6. To me, I think a key piece is to see what happens when we get to that 9th, 10th lap, as you're about halfway done. And all of the swimmers, Foxborough and OA, have good form. They've settled in to run their own race in their own time. And this is one of those races, too, certainly, where you're swimming quite a bit, and if you have a race after this, having to think about that and manage kind of how you want to swim for that. So Foxborough has now crossed over into that 10th lap, halfway done. Addison swimming strong in lane 4. She's about to do that. And Bridget's keeping pace, about a third of a lap behind Addison in lane 2. Leah is in lane 6 swimming hard as well. And you saw there, looks like Justin was giving some direction to Addison. And Ashley Powers giving some direction to Bridget. Got to have real confidence and trust in your co-pilot to tell you the right things to do. You're not able to see anything really. Maybe some glances when you're looking side to side, but you're relying on them for guidance and advice. And Foxborough has opened a really good sized lead, but Addison really swimming strong in that fourth lane. Bridget's keeping pace with Addison for the most part, a little behind. So we'll see how that goes for the two of them. And Leah swimming very hard in lane 6. Just a great showing here by both teams. The Foxborough swimmer seems to be picking up some speed as she is crossing her, getting close to doing her 15, which is a great sight, I think, when you're a swimmer because you're 3/4 of the way done. And Addison and Bridget just basically are keeping the same pace. Let's see if one of them can make a move. Addison settled into her routine. Let's see if Bridget can keep up or try to swim well. See where Leah is at. She has just made her turn down at the other end of the pool. And there's the bell. This is the last 50 for the Foxborough swimmer. She is not going to be caught today. She's going to take that dub for Foxborough. But still a really good grouping here with Addison and Bridget in lane 4 and 2. Addison's a 4-year swimmer for OA, 2-time captain. And is able to swim many different types of races. OA really relies on her. And Bridget and Addison now are a little bit closer. We've got a tight grouping here. Let's see what happens. Addison still got that lead. Let's see what Bridget can do, if she can keep up with Addison, close that gap a little bit. And Bridget's swimming hard. Addison swimming really hard. Addison's really swimming hard. She wants that second place. She's going to take that silver. Congratulations, Bridget, though, right on her heels. Congratulations to her as well. And Leah still swimming hard in lane 6 for OA. She's just crossed her 15th lap. Again, not just place finish, but PRs, your timings, maybe you've never swam this race before. You haven't swam it in a while, so your time here is really just as important as the place. And Leah is swimming very hard. Foxborough going to take the dub, though. Addison 2 for the silver, Bridget 3rd for the bronze. Leah getting all of her lined up on the pool deck, getting loads of encouragement to finish strong. And she's about to get the go sign for the last 25. Every swimmer's best friend. Leah still with very good form. She's running her own race. She's going to finish this thing strong. And again, all the girls lined up here for OA to give her encouragement. They're walking her along. And the boys have jumped in. Congratulations, Leo. Way to go. 1 for Foxborough, 2 for OA, 3 for OA, 4 for OA. Now we're going to do this thing all over again with the boys. Boys 500 freestyle, lane 4, Aiden McDonough, lane 2, Daniel Mellick, and Foxborough's putting forward 2 swimmers as well. So, you know, you don't always know right out of the chute how it's going to work for you. In this race, you see some movement back and forth. See how the swimmers come out and how the race unfolds. Officials asking everybody to be quiet at the start, so that includes me too. And we're off. And Foxborough is out to a good lead to kick us off in lane 3 and in lane 5. We have Aiden and Daniel doing well in lanes 2 and 4. So I think if you're a swimmer, you may gravitate, you have your own, maybe a stroke that you like to do or a specific event, and I think some folks like to do the shorter distance, maybe that 50 where we talked about getting off the blocks quick, getting that good tight flip turn. But maybe you're more of a distance person, and if that's the case, this is your jam right here, the 500. We've got Daniel in lane 2, a little bit of a lead here on Aiden in lane 4. And Foxborough out to a pretty good sized lead here in lane 3 and 5. But these distance races, being able to know what you're able to do, push yourself, keeping track of the laps, knowing when to kind of make that move, knowing when maybe to conserve a little bit of energy, thinking about what you have in front of you for the other races. Huge factors all the way around. And we've got Daniel swimming out for OA, taking that 3rd spot currently, but Aiden swimming very strong in lane 4. The 2 Foxborough swimmers certainly seem to be pacing out in front. We've got our lead pace car here in the 3rd lane 3 for Foxborough, swimming very strong. But a big factor here will be maybe like we talked about earlier, you get down to that 10th lap, you're about halfway through. What's your pacing look like? What's your strategy? You going to make a move, or you're going to conserve maybe to that 15, 16 lap? We've got Foxborough really finishing up that halfway point right now. And Daniel has opened up a pretty good sized lead right now on Aiden for that 3rd spot. And Foxborough in lane 5 comfortably right now in that 2nd place spot, about a lap behind the pace leader in lane 3. Again, good crowd here today, representing both teams. Certainly the warmest place in New England is poolside. You can bring your short sleeves and shorts if you like. You'll be right at home. All right, so we've got the Foxborough swimmer in lane 3 coming up on his 15 laps, so he's almost 3/4 of the way through. He's looking strong, followed by the Foxborough swimmer in lane 5. And we've got Aiden about, maybe we'll call it 3/4 of a lap behind Daniel. He's in lane 4, and Daniel looking for that third place finish in lane 2 for OA. Aiden's form really looking good in lane 4 for OA. Let's see if he can make a move on Daniel, but Daniel's still swimming really hard in lane 2 for OA, trying to hold on to that third place spot. Foxborough is still comfortably in that 1-2 spot. And we just heard the bell for Foxborough. He's down to his last 50. And this is a good time for OA to try and make a move. Daniel still got that lead out in lane 2 over Aiden in lane 4. And Foxborough swimming hard with the lead over Daniel in lane 5. Foxborough's going to finish this thing up, take the dub. Congratulations to him. And we've got Foxborough getting the go sign in lane 5. And this is really going to come down to Daniel and Aiden to see how this thing finishes up for that third place spot. And Daniel's making his turn. He's going to get the go sign. Aiden, though, swimming really hard in lane 4. I think wants to try to make a move here. Let's see how he does. But Daniel really swimming hard towards the end. But Aiden swimming hard too. I think Daniel's going to take that third place finish. But Aiden swimming hard, keeping pace with Daniel. They seem to have settled into their grooves the last few laps where they've just been matching each other. Daniel just took a little bit of too big of a lead on the early onset. Daniel swimming hard. Daniel Mellick in for OA. Third place finish lane 2. Aiden McDonough swimming hard for OA. 500 yards about to be in the books. Turning on the jets here a little bit. He's going to finish strong for OA lane 4. Congratulations, boys. We're moving on to the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay or freelay. We've got lane 4, Addison McDonough, Bridget Carr, Eden Kluwer, and Angie Shirigo. We've got lane 2, Alexis Merrill, Sia Papatuzis, Mackenzie Merrill, and Nee Spetz. And lane 6, Olivia McGee, Caitlin Kiff, Summer Silverman, and Anna Dos Santos. Foxborough appears to only be putting forward one team. So they're going to be a disadvantage numbers-wise, but as we've seen today, that it's all about working as a team. You know, Addison and Bridget did do the 500. They've only had a little bit of a break, so let's see how that might impact us with this. And we're off. And Addison and the Foxborough swimmer, pretty neck and neck. Addison's got a slight lead, but Olivia McGee for OA in lane 6, keeping pace, and as is Alexis Merrill in lane 2. Addison has opened up a slight lead. on the Foxborough swimmer. Let's see what OA can do with this. A first place dub would be great here. Bridget Carr in the pool for OA. Let's see how this goes. And we've got a swimmer in the pool for OA in lane 6 and Caitlin Kiff, and we also have one now in the pool for OA in lane 2. And Bridget is trying to open up a little bit more of a lead on the Foxborough swimmer. And Sia in lane 2, swimming really hard. Looks like she's going to end up catching the Foxborough swimmer. Lane 3, swimmer 3, Eden Kluwer's in the water for OA in lane 4. And Sia swimming hard. She's caught up some ground, folks, in lane 2. Congratulations. What a run by Sia. We've got Mackenzie Merrill in lane 2, and we've got the Foxborough swimmer neck and neck. Eden Kluwer really alone in lane 4, and swimming hard for OA in lane 6 is Summer Silverman. OA swimming really hard in lane 2. Mackenzie Merrill, can she hold off against the Foxborough? This is going to be a photo finish, I think, folks, for OA and Foxborough going neck and neck here in lanes 2 and 3. Angie Chirigo swimming hard for OA. They're going to take the dub. Congratulations to them. Let's see what happens at that second place spot. We've got Nice Betts really grinding hard against the Foxborough swimmer. Can she hang on? This is going to be close, folks. This is going to be close. Let's see here. Nice is swimming hard. The Foxborough swimmer has made their turn. Nice has still got a very good sized lead, but it's closing. Let's see if she can hold on. She's going to need to really push it on here. Can she hold on for that second place? She's going to hold on, folks. OA, dub. Then it's going to be Foxborough in that third spot. And rounding us off, Ana Dos Santos in lane 6 for that fourth place. What a great race for the girls. Lane 2, making up some ground, eating up some pool. Congratulations to them. Okay, we are on to the boys' side of things, 200-yard relay. We've got lane 4, Eduardo Fernandez, Dylan Jackson, Daniel Melick, and Dev Paul. And again, Dylan just swam the 500, so he's going to have a little bit of thinking to do. He'll be certainly glad it's not at least the 500 again. Foxborough seems to be putting forward one team. So it's a one-on-one situation, and we'll have to see how things go. But this meet is really going fast, folks. After the relay, we've got back, breast, and then a couple relays, and we're done. We're done for today. Another home meet will be in the books. Don't have any updates on scoring, so we're going to have to keep an eye on things. But it's so far, by my rough estimate, it's been a tight grouping on both sides of the equation. But credit to Foxborough, they've swam very hard here today as well. They've had a number of first place finishes. Let's see what the boys can do with this here for us right now. And we're off. Eduardo's out of the water quickly. Foxborough a little bit longer under the water, but pretty tight grouping here between Eduardo and the Foxborough swimmer. Foxborough has got a little bit about a body length. And I think the key thing here is trying to keep it close for your relay mates. Foxborough's in the water for swimmer 2. OA right behind with Dylan Jackson. And Dylan swimming really hard. Keeping up with the Foxborough swimmer. It's going to be a lot of it's that flip turn. Foxborough swimmer's out of his. Dylan swimming hard. Anybody's race. We're about halfway through. Let's see what the boys can do. Tight race. Foxborough swimmer in the water. OA in with Daniel Mellick. Daniel swimming hard. Daniel making a little bit of gains. Can he make this good turn? Daniel swimming really hard. Foxborough swimming hard as well. Daniel is making up some ground, folks. He's making up some ground. It's going to come down to Dev Paul and Foxborough. They're both in the water. Let's see what happens. Dev Paul swimming hard for OA. Foxborough swimming hard. This is going to be a tight grouping, folks. This is going to be very tight. Dev Paul up out of the water. Foxborough swimming. Foxborough swimming. Foxborough has opened up a lead. Dev Paul going to finish a solid second place. Boys right behind the Foxborough team. Congratulations to them. What a great race. What a great race. We move on to the girls' 100-yard back as the boys get ready to get out of the pool and make ways for the ladies. Lane 4, we're going to have Addison McDonough. Lane 2, Hannah Lee. And lane 6, Sia Papatousis. Sia just had that great race a couple of races ago in the free lay. Foxborough's putting forward one swimmer here. And let's see. Okay, folks, we got Foxborough in a slight lead over Addison. Lane 3 and 4 working hard. Hannah Lee right there in the conversation in lane 2. And Sia grinding hard in lane 6. She's not too far behind. Foxborough in lane 3, opening a slight lead here over Addison, but still anybody's ball game. And Hannah very respectably right behind Addison for that third place. Sia grinding hard in lane 6. Foxborough pulling ahead here in lane 3 at the three-quarter pole. Addison working very hard in lane 4. And Hannah's in lane 2. Followed about equidistant behind Sia. So Foxborough going to take the dub. OA with Addison McDonough going to take second place. Hannah's going to finish in third, and Sia grinding hard. She's going to wind up in fourth place for OA. Congratulations, ladies. And just some great technical swimming by the ladies here in the backstroke. Great timing, great counts. Just really good pool awareness to know where you need to make your turn or drop down. Really good job, ladies. We're going to do this with the boys, 100-yard back. Lane 4, we're going to have Eddie Bishop. Lane 2, we're going to have Eduardo Fernandez. And Eduardo just did the 200-yard free lay, so let's see how he does here. Foxborough appears to be putting two boys forward as well. Again, big shout out to all the parent volunteers, the timers, the officials that are here today. It's a big part of why these meets can go on for the swimmers. A great job by the coaching staffs. They've really got their swimmers prepared again today for this league meet. We're still early in the season, so great to see from both teams. All right, so we've got Eddie Bishop and Eduardo Fernandez against 2 Foxborough swimmers. Let's see what the boys can do here. And we're off. Foxborough in lane 3, out to a pretty good sized lead. And also in lane 5, Eduardo swimming hard in lane 2 and Eddie swimming hard in lane 4 for OA. And real question here is for Foxborough, who's going to take the dub here? Is it going to be lane 3 or is it going to be lane 5? Right now, 3's got the lead. And as they're keeping pace with each other, Eduardo and Eddie are keeping pace with each other. So teammates sticking together, folks. And Foxborough lane 3 has opened a slight lead on his teammate in lane 5. To wrap this 100, lane 3 is going to take the dub. Foxborough going to take the silver, so they'll do dub-dub. And Eddie and Eduardo grinding hard in lane 2 and 4. Let's see what happens. Who's going to get that 3rd place finish, the bronze? Eddie right now has got about a body length distance away from Eduardo. And I think Eddie's going to take that bronze. Eduardo swimming very hard in lane 2 for OA. Great job, men. We pivot over to the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 4, we're going to have Eden Kluwer. Lane 2, Summer Silverman. And lane 6, Alexis Merrill for OA. Foxborough seems to be putting forward 2 swimmers, so always going to have a little bit of numbers game at their advantage. Let's see how that does for placement, but also, again, time. Time is, in many ways, even more critical. How are these swimmers doing with their own times? Many may be swimming races for the first time. I was able to get some information from the coaches from last week that we had a number of first-time swimmers in events that didn't have any time, so ask a swimmer their time, and they're apt to be able to tell you down to the millisecond. So if it's a first time swimming in any of these events, this will be a nice benchmark for them going forward. Or if you've been in these particular races a long time, you're always looking to see how you do comparatively. Just waiting on the official to get us going. And we're waiting still on the official. We talked about this last week, folks, the waiting. I'd be curious in the comments section, swimmers, anybody who swam before, what's it like standing up there waiting for the official to get things going? Do you like that? Do you stay in your head? Do you get a little antsy? You want to get in the pool? You comment below. I think that would be interesting to hear. We're getting a little cheer for OA. They're filling the gap for their teammates. It's such a team sport. I get that it's individual, in a lot of ways, but both teams seem to be pulling for each other, and the sportsmanship, again, is always the great thing I love to see when both teams are cheering each other on or fist bumping after races. But we're here right now with the girls' 100-yard breast. Eden, Summer, and Alexis. And we're off. We've got Eden out. Eden is got a slight lead, looking good for OA, followed closely behind by 2 Foxborough swimmers, and we've also got Summer right in the mix, as well as Alexis Merrill. Eden now to a pretty good sized lead. Eden's a junior for OA. Really eating up the pool. Looking good. We've also got a second place for Summer Silverman in lane 2. And Alexis Merrill in lane 6 doing well as well. Let's see if the girls can hang on here for 1-2. Eden's pushing very hard. Summer is doing very well in lane 2. She's got a nice lead on the Foxborough swimmers that are in lanes 3 and 5 respectively. And Alexis Merrill could make it close with that swimmer in lane 5. Eden has made her turn. She's got about a half a lap lead at least. She's going to get the dub here. Summer Silverman grinding hard in lane 2. She's going to take that silver position. So OA's going to go dub-dub. We've got Foxborough. Those 2 swimmers have been right at each other's pace the whole race, and Alexis Merrill finishing strong in lane 6, getting some encouragement. Way to go, ladies. And Foxborough's in. Alexis Merrill finishing up very strong. Alexis is a freshman. Way to go. For the boys, 100-yard breaststroke, we have Alex Gow in lane 4, and we've got Dev Paul in lane 2. But first, I think the ladies are going to take a nice cool-down lap, at least some of them. See how the boys do here. I know Alex will be in the free lay at the end. And we're off. So we got a 2-and-2 situation here. Foxborough lane 3, but Alex in lane 4. Those 2 seem to be having pretty equal spacing right now. And we got a nice battle here between the Foxborough swimmer and Dev Paul in lane 2 for OA. But Alex and the Foxborough swimmer are really going at it, folks. This is probably going to be a photo finish again. We're going to see how it goes once we get down past flip turn 3. Alex got an ever so slight lead, maybe debatable. But Dev Paul in that important 3rd spot, he's got a slight lead over the Foxborough swimmer. That's an important role, so keep going, Dev. Alex and the Foxborough swimmer going right at it with each other. There's not much to separate them, folks. This is going to be a tight finish. Really, this turn here, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's see. They're both coming up out of the water at the same time. Alex is grinding hard. Foxborough's grinding hard. Really debatable here. Will one just get an ever so slight lead to get those points? Alex seems to maybe be a slight bit ahead. He's coming down the stretch. He's coming down the stretch. It's too close to call. Too close to call. They were both right there with each other. Congratulations to both of them. Both look. It'll be curious to see who came in first with that. I can't tell from here. Meanwhile, Dev Paul opened up a significant lead for that third place finish, which could be critical for the boys in terms of scoring. Congratulations to him. And Foxborough, lane 1, grinding hard to finish out his day and continue to move forward. I'll be curious to see who ended up getting that dub for OA, but really tight finish between Alex and the Foxborough swimmer. All right, so cue the Rocky music. We are on to the last event. It is the girls 400 freestyle relay. Lane 4, Ashley Powers, Hannah Lee, Addison McDonough, and Angie Shirigo. Lane 2, Alexis Merrill, Anna Dos Santos, Olivia McGee, and Leah Vora. Lane 6, Stella Zakos, Caitlin Kiff, Rosie Sedita, and Sia Papatusis. And Foxborough appears to be putting 2 teams forward in lanes 3 and 5. I don't see one grouping there for lane 1. And a real question here will be, can the girls rack up some more points? I think the meet scores must be fairly close. OA seems to have been pulling some more points recently, so maybe that will help them, but like baseball, it's not over till it's over. It's the last race of the day. I'm sure all the girls are going to be in their 100 looking to turn on the jets. And rough. We've got Ashley Powers with a slight lead over Foxborough in lane 3, followed very closely by Alexis Merrill in lane 2, and the Foxborough and OA swimmers 5 and 6 are duking it out with Stella and the Foxborough swimmer. Ashley's opened up a pretty good sized lead here, but she's still got 50 to go. And comfortably, Alexis Merrill, lane 2, swimming well for OA. Nice battle between Stella and the Franklin swimmer in lane 5 and 6. They're going at it to see who's going to come in, try for that 4th place. Ashley's opened up a nice lead. She's going to be handing this off to Hannah Lee. So let's see how we do. Hannah's in the pool. Foxborough swimmer waiting patiently, wants to get in, and is. Alexis Merrill swimming really hard in lane 2. She's going to hand this off to Anna Dos Santos. And Stella Zakos and the Foxborough swimmer, they are still battling. Stella's going to be looking to hand this off to Caitlin Kiff. Hannah Lee has opened up a pretty good lead on the Foxborough swimmer. Still a lot of pool left to eat up, so we'll see how it goes. And Foxborough has closed the gap a little bit with Hannah, but Hannah's still got a lead. Anna's swimming hard in lane 2. She seems to be alone at the moment for that. And Foxborough in lane 5 has now pulled a little bit ahead of Caitlin Kift in lane 6. So Hannah Lee still has a lead over the Foxborough swimmer. We're going to see here with Addison McDonough coming in the pool for OA against the Foxborough swimmer to see how they do. Addison's in the pool. Foxborough's in the pool. So we're halfway in the books. OA has a slight lead at this point. Anna's swimming hard in lane 2 for OA for that 3rd spot. We've got Olivia McGee teed up, ready to come in. And Foxborough has pulled a little bit ahead of OA. Caitlin Kiff swimming hard for OA in lane 6. Addison still maintaining a solid lead on Foxborough. but it is close. Caitlin Kiff swimming hard. Wants to hand the ball off to Rosie Sedita. And she does. OA in the pool for the last race. In lane 4, we've got Angie Chirigo, but we've got a Foxborough swimmer in lane 3 who is looking to make up some ground on Angie. They're going right at it. Angie swimming hard. And Foxborough has taken a slight lead. Olivia McGee in lane 2 looking to keep some pressure on for that third place finish. Angie Chirigo swimming really hard against the Foxborough swimmer in lane 3. In the water for OA is Leah Rivora in lane 2. And Foxborough down to the last 25. They're going to take the dub here. Angie Chirigo swimming really solid in lane 4 for OA. OA's going to take the silver here. Olivia McGee swimming hard for OA in lane 2. Angie finishes up. Congratulations. And Foxborough looking to get their last swimmer in the pool in lane 5. Let's see who gets that third spot. Oh, for lane 6, we're waiting. Sia's going to come in now for Rosie. Sia's in the pool. Leah swimming hard in lane 2. And I believe that Leah has finished up for OA. So OA's going to take that 2 and 3 spot. In a battle here. Can Sia make up some ground on the Foxborough swimmer? That's what she's trying to do. Foxborough cheering on their swimmer. In lane 5, Sia swimming hard for OA. In lane 6. Foxborough swimming hard. Sia swimming hard in lane 6. Foxborough going to take 4th place. Sia swimming hard to close us out for OA. So Foxborough 1 and 4, OA 2, 3, and 5. Sia swimming hard down the stretch. Congratulations, ladies. Your meet is done and in the books. We'll anxiously await the judges' verdict in terms of scoring. But congratulations, ladies. Way to go. Solid, solid finish. Now we're on to the boys for the very last race of the meet. Always putting forward one team. 400-yard freestyle relay. Alex Gow is going to kick us off. Aiden McDonough, Daniel Mellick, and Justin Silverman in the anchor spot. We had a lot of drama last week in this race. I think OA would prefer to be comfortably ahead, but if they can get the dub, they'll take the dub, but they're going to be going up against two Foxborough teams. A little bit outgunned here in terms of manpower, but let's see how they perform. Let's go away. And we're off. Freshman Alex Gow for OA. Seems to debatably have a slight lead over both Foxborough swimmers. Flip turns in unison though. But Alex and the Foxborough swimmer in lane 3. Now Alex he's really turning on the jets a little. And at the 50 mark, Alex has a slight lead over Foxborough in lane 3, but Foxborough in lane 5 swimming very hard as well, keeping it close. And Alex with a good flip turn. Looking to hand things off in good straights to Aiden McDonough. Aiden had a great race last week in this event. Let's see how he can do here today. And Aiden's in the pool. Foxborough looking to join him, and does. Aiden swimming hard. And Foxborough in lane 5 is in the pool. Foxborough has caught up in lane 3 though, but it's going to be anybody's race down the stretch. And Foxborough in lane 5, about 3/4 or half a pool length back. Now Foxborough has traded with OA. They're a little bit ahead, but Aiden swimming very hard, keeping it extremely competitive. It's going to be, I think, a tight finish between the boys. Again, this 100. And Aiden has done a good job of keeping things close. Foxborough's going to come in at the halfway point with a slight lead, but we'll see what happens here for Daniel, if he can make up some ground for OA. Foxborough's in the pool. Daniel's in the pool. Daniel swimming hard. And Foxborough swimming hard. We got Foxborough in lane 5. He's looking to get in so that his third swimmer can get in the pool. Daniel swimming hard. And Foxborough has opened up a pretty good sized lead here. But Daniel can keep it close. And hopefully get Justin enough time to maybe make a little bit of a move here. But again, it's not just about placement, it's also about time. Foxborough's in the pool for their anchor. And Foxborough in lane 5 is looking to make a move on Daniel in lane 4. Justin's in the pool for OA. He's the anchor. Swimming hard. And Foxborough's got their last swimmer in the pool. Foxborough in lane 3 has about a lap lead. Foxborough looking to catch up, but Justin's got about a 3/4 lap lead for OA in lane 4 for that second place spot. Foxborough looking to finish up to get the dub in lane 3. Justin swimming hard. Again, about 3/4 of a lap ahead of the Foxborough swimmer. Foxborough going to take the dub. Congratulations to him and that team. And Justin swimming hard for OA. Silver medal for the boys. They're going to grab that. And Foxborough swimming hard in lane 5 for the bronze. And that's going to close us out here today, folks. Congratulations to all the teams. No update yet on any scores. But just a well-coached, well-played match from both teams. We're going to wait to hear what the scores were. Maybe some post-meet analysis. Not a lot separating the teams overall. I think OA had the numbers game to their advantage to be able to put maybe several more teams in front, but both the Foxborough boys and girls teams had some exceptional swimming as well. I think the depth of the team and what the OA coaches have done, shifting some swimmers around to different races, races that maybe last year you weren't accustomed to seeing them swim. Morgan O'Hara and the two assistants really seem to be looking to stretch these swimmers out in the early portion of the season, see what they're made of on the boys and girls side. We had a newcomer here this week with Eddie, and it was his first meet as far as I'm aware of, certainly for OA, but seemed to join seamlessly in with the team with the boys. And just, again, you see here on the wide shot, the OA team really clumped together, all talking with each other, staying loose, enjoying themselves, good sportsmanship all the way around. That's really where it's at. So all in all, some great individual performances. Be curious to see what the scores are in terms of where things might stand out for league standings. But before we get there, certainly, again, congratulations to both clubs. For those who will be watching this on replay, there's several more OA meets, but the next ECAT meet won't be till January. Okay, looks like we have, I think, a split decision. I believe that the girls took it from, OA girls have won this meet, and the Foxborough boys, I believe it was 93-83, just edged out the boys for OA. Seems about right if that's where it lands. Seems like both teams really deserve to win on both fronts. And we got the cheers. And Foxborough has done their cheer. And OA's looking to bring it in and make the water shake with their cheer. Great way to end the meet here today. Again, my name's Kevin Carr. It's been a pleasure to call these races for you. I look forward to maybe getting to do this again at some point again in January for senior night. I believe that's January 19th. OA will have some other meets. Check the OA Swim and Dive website for those events. But otherwise, again, it's been a pleasure. Congratulations to both teams. And see you all again really soon. Take care.
ECAT's production of OA Winter Sports are provided by RevT. We simplify technology for better. The Easton Lions Club, Morris Insurance, Michael Associates Ltd., Doug King Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for supporting OA Sports.